Hey everyone. Sorry if it looks like I'm squinting. I've been like reading and writing on the computer forever today, and I literally everything's really blurry right now. But and I was just squinting and watching the TV, so yeah, that doesn't help either. But basically, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is really, really frustrating me. And if you don't agree with it, that's fine. I'm not going to say don't leave hate comments because I know it's possible to happen anyway. People on the internet are uncontrollable, and I'm aware of that, and I know that there's a possibility of that happening, being the fact that I'm posting this on YouTube. But something I just saw on the TV, which I'm really unhappy about, is I don't if most of you follow politics or not, and normally I don't. Well, that's not true. I do to a certain extent, not as much as a political science major, but I do follow it somewhat. I am pretty annoyed with these budget cuts, specifically the state that I'm going to school in, because it did come on after my TV show. Kind of just popped up like some numbers and stuff, and they were talking about it. Is that two of the, I guess you could say, funds that are getting cut is for primary and secondary schools here. So education is one, they're getting hit, and the second one is substance abuse programs, which I don't understand the reasoning behind that. Firstly, what really angers me, and yes, the substance abuse does anger me, and I'll talk about that after, but what mainly made me mad about seeing that was the education. And seeing it, its budget's getting cut significantly. And I'm not happy about that, not because I'm going to be a teacher, but because I care about education, and I'm not even talking about this in the sense of, oh, well, I'll have a job, well, I won't have a job in the future, I'm just saying that I don't think it's right that we're cutting from schools again. It's bad enough that programs from schools have been cut. Some schools don't even have music and art programs. Some students and schools don't even have sports programs. And I think it's ridiculous that they're going to continue to cut more money from education when education is what builds our future. Whether people want to believe that or not, my future, my future America are the children that are being taught in schools right now. I'm going to be old eventually, and they're going to be the ones that are running the country. And it's scary to think that these schools are not being able to provide these children with the best education they deserve because of silly things like budget cuts. Now, I'm not saying that the school deserves $1 million and trillion and gazillion dollars, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that I think it's not right to continue to cut, because if a child has a poor education, that's going to say a lot for our country in the future. And I'm really, really unhappy about this, because for those who don't know, I'm going to school for music education. But I'm not even speaking about music education. I'm talking about all subjects across the board. The fact that schools are going to get budget cuts, that's going to mean not as many teachers. That's going to mean, cutting specific programs, extracurricular activities for students to do. And along with, school subjects, there's got to be extracurriculars, because these kids need an outlet to express themselves, whether it's through sports, whether it's through music and art, whether it's through theater. I just don't understand how the government can continue to cut budgets from education when they could be cutting it from somewhere else. Okay, Medicare, Medicaid, whatever. I'm not a huge fan of the whole Obamacare thing. That's just my opinion, but I'm not getting into that because that's not what this is about. But as far as taking away from the substance and abuse program, how many people do abuse drugs, do abuse alcohol? Why would you take funding away from that? that's going to create such a huge problem, because more people are either going to, get away with what they're doing, and they're not going to get help, and then that's going to create more unemployment and more people that are going to just live off the government. I mean, it's not rocket science here. Like, I mean, and maybe, you know what, maybe that's really, maybe I'm judging people who do abuse substances, a little too harshly, but I just don't understand why we are cutting from programs that really do need the money the most. I mean, I don't know. It's very debatable. I'm not going to say that what I'm saying is 100% correct, but that is my opinion, and I don't understand why we are still cutting from education. It's bad enough that individual districts can't get their own budgets passed, and it's not fair to the kids that are going to be running America in the future. It's not fair to them to get a good education, and that's scary for us. I mean, I'm sure, our parents and our grandparents are scared as hell for when we run this country, because budget cuts have been happening, since I can remember when I was in school, but it's even worse now, and certain subjects and things are getting more scarce. It's more scarce because the schools don't have the money. So taking more money away from these schools is not going to help anybody, and I really think that was a poor decision made, and I don't agree with it. I'm sorry. I think money could be taken from somewhere else, and I really don't think that education should be the target point. And I feel like a lot of the times it is, but they're not thinking about the future. That's the problem, and that's how I feel. So that is something that is really making me mad, and I am not happy with what is going on. Sorry, this is kind of like a political post. I usually don't try to put politics in any of my videos, but lately, okay, I'm taking a political science class, and it's really made me think about a lot of things, and as soon as I heard that, I was just really, really frustrated. Yeah, so I felt the need to vlog about it. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. I'd love to hear your different opinions in the down bar. I mean, I'm open to listening to anything. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it, so. Anyways, I'm gonna go, because I have some more homework and scholarly stuff to do, speaking of education. So I will talk to you guys later. Hope you're having a good week. Bye!